that it's an app that can make manga. So it's got templates, it's got the panels, so you can make your manga, but then with your finger, which is pretty weird and pretty difficult to do. But what I think it's very interesting for us manga artists, it's also very easy to use along the way. You don't have pen and paper with you, then you can create your manga with your finger. You can finger your manga. Right. Hey Bammers, what's up? Mustiaki here. Welcome to another episode of How to Bam. So in this episode we're going to go over the top 5 the top 5 free apps. Hey, you see yourself. And my laundry. The top 5 free apps that we can use as artists. It's gonna be pretty exciting because I've been searching for apps that can help us as artists. You also have to eat. And it's a difficult world, our craft isn't recognized enough and all that stuff. With the world changing, getting more digital each day, getting more away from paper, and we are on our phones almost constantly, always checking for our mail, assignments, and checking on our Facebook, checking for our hentai and stuff like that. No, of course not. So I've been searching for apps that can help us as artists to help make our lives a bit easier. So I found a couple of apps. So let's go over the top 5 that can help us with our daily.
Don't be corny. Don't be corny. Shh, don't be corny. Shut up. Just shh.
Boom. So top 5. Let's go.
I said don't be corny.
5. The number 5 that I've picked for this episode is Make a Pose. It's on the App Store. Same app is not available for Android, but there is a different app that I found that's a bit similar, and that's called Artpose. Get it right? Yeah, Artpose. What this app basically is an app that will help you drawing those poses for your character. And not only the poses, but also the perspectives, because it's an app that has a 3D model built in, and you can rotate and zoom in and have the character move in all kind of different poses, you know. And sometimes you just have that image stuck in your head, like, oh, I want to draw it like this, but you just can't, it doesn't work, it doesn't get along with what you want to do. Let's go into the app and I'll show you a bit how it works. So this is your model, and you can zoom in, just like you do with pictures. You can rotate by using one finger, and if you use 2 fingers, you can position where the figure is going to be on your screen. And if you want to create a pose, and that's also very easy, is just select the part of the body you want to move. So if you got this arm, for example, you can lower the arm, you can bring it down just by rotating this ball, move it like this. You can have him maybe fly. Let's see if we can make this, we can have him do the Naruto run, you know, just. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty handy just to create a pose, and then you can just choose the perspective that you want. You want to zoom in or just rotate it a bit. You can also change the lighting a bit, so that's also pretty cool. Just as an extra bonus, you know. Just ooh. And you can also save these images and share with your friends or maybe for yourself, which is very handy if you're working digital. You see, so now we got a Naruto and we got a dab version. You can also open it. This one I already made. I was very interested if you can do a dab. So there's an option that you can have multiple characters in there, or a female, but a female version that costs money, and then you get a hand and you get the horse, which also costs money. Because I understand you have to feed him, but anyway, it's pretty cool. That's a free app. I think this is an app that's very useful, but also gives you maybe new inspiration. So maybe you haven't thought about using a different pose or a different angle or something like that, and this app can definitely help you with that. So if you're on your way or you don't have drawing figures, then this app is pretty cool, and it's a free app, so I'm very happy with this one. Now let's go to our number 4, Finger Manga. Now, it sounds a bit weird, I know. This app is actually designed for something completely different, I think. because it's got a whole platform, and it's a platform where you can finger your manga. So with so you can finger your manga. Oh man, you can. It's the app. The app is called Finger Manga. So I can't help it. It's not mine. But you can, with your fingers, you can make a manga, and you can upload it, and you can share it with other people that make these kind of manga. So that's what I think it's for. It's an app that can make manga. So it's got templates, it's got the panels, so you can make your manga, but then with your finger, which is pretty weird and pretty difficult to do. But what I think it's very interesting for us manga artists, it's also very easy to use along the way. You don't have pen and paper with you, then you can create your manga with your finger. You can finger your manga. Right. If you go to my manga, then you can create a new manga. Yeah, the new manga. Yes, I want to create different episodes and different chapters and stuff like that. So this is like a template list for all the panels that you want. Let's just go with one template. Now you go into the page, then you can select a panel, and you can add scripts to it. Let's just draw an eye. You can go back very easily. He's mad. He's really mad. So, okay, then we check it. Now we got the first panel ready. Then the second panel, this is so ugly. Third one, I'm sorry guys, this is not my normal drawing style, you know that. I'm just showing the options, okay? It's really, it's really cool just to help you get that vision that you have in your head. You want to organize your whole chapter ahead, and you want to see how your panels are going to look like. I think that's where this app comes in and can be pretty handy. So this is maybe one of the most ugliest pages ever existing. You can also share it with your friends, which I am not going to do. I'm lucky that my phone is still working. So you can edit your like episode 1 to draw ugly intro. No please don't. So I think it's a very handy app. You are having some time left, maybe in between classes, maybe when your lunch break or on the way, and when you got a lot of travel to do. This is a very handy app just to draw and organize your manga. So that's for fingering manga. For the number 3, I think you already have it, but it's either Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, whatever kind of music app there is. Why? Because I find music really helps me getting the inspiration, getting into the flow, and just get into the dream state. It sounds very abstract, I know. When you're feeling into that motion, into that mood, then it helps you just getting those. Wow, this is hard to explain. Actually, it's not kind of. I need something to drink. All right, so music really helps me get into that emotional state that I need to be in for that scene, or maybe not an app that's really special, but just to get your music on your phone, it's kind of special. SoundCloud I use a lot because there's a lot of non-mainstream things in there, a lot of people experimenting and stuff like that. And Spotify also helped me just to select the songs that you want. The reason I picked this one, not as a number 4 or 5, is because I think music is really underestimated. From one moment you can be happy and the other moment sad, excited, motivated, and stuff like that. And music does that for me. That's why I find music is one of my very key essences I need for making manga. That's it. You get it? Do you get it now? Do you get it? All right. The number 2 app that I've chosen is an app that will help you get things organized, get things structured, and the app is called Trello. You can log in with your email account or your Google account. It's very easy to use. They have different cards and you can just put stuff in there and name them and tag them and stuff like that. But just let's get into it. So Trello. So what you can do is you can make a board, and that's also it's like a project. So you can make a project. I got how to bam in there, like I got my videos, how I want to organize them and plan them ahead. I've got I Put a Boy on there, some video ideas. So you got the welcome board. It's really helpful just to get you get to know how Trello works a bit. It's like a tutorial stuff, so you can add photos to it to make it much more easier to categorize and stuff like that. Now let's go into this card, for example, overview list chapter 4. And you can make checkboxes in there as well. So when you're done with that task, you can just check it. Like I've done concepting, alright, cool, I've done that, I've done script. As you can see, you can also, down here you get the activities and you can see that you just did that and when. And why this is helpful is because you can add multiple persons into this project. So you can email someone and you can invite them to be in this project, and you can design different tasks for the people. So you can go into this program and just see who did what, which is very easy. You can share it, you can share links with each other, but I find it mostly helpful for just to organize and plan things ahead. That's very, very easy to do with this app. You got like a saga written out, and then you get different episodes in there. Another thing that I can also show you, you can add a certain deadline for yourself. Like I want to have this finished by the end of the week, and it shows you in what time period you have to finish this. You can just scan your drawings, put them in there, or you can even not use it for manga, but also use it for inspiration. I got this for background artists, so I collect them. I use a card for that, so just put their artwork in there, their contact info, where I can find them and stuff like that. So this program is actually for really organizing stuff. And there are many types of how you're going to structure it, but that all depends on how you want to use it. So I think it's a very great app just to have this just on standby. If you got ideas, you can just write them down there or stick to certain planning. This is an app that's very handy for that kind of stuff. The number 1 app that I've selected is the one that I find very useful for writing scripts. But there are ways just to have a script like a screenplay. It's also very organized. In a movie script, it's very clear which character says which line. And the program I used for that before I had the app was Final Draft. But I found an app that's also for free and it looks very similar to Final Draft, and that's called Celtics. But you can really easily just add a script. You can push on the plus and then it says what kind of script structure you want. You can do it for screenplay, stage play, or audio visual. You got a comic and you got an audio play. The one with comic I find not very helpful because it's more for a comic book instead of a manga, but maybe you like to work with it and it helps for you. The one I would recommend and the one I work with is the screenplay one. Now you can go into it and then you can immediately go into the external or internal. Is it taking place externally, like in the outside world, or somewhere inside? Forest, nighttime, or something like that. And then you can press done. Now the first one is an action, or you can do a character. If you press on this button, you can see what kind of action that you want the script to go. There's a scene heading, action, character, dialogue. Mostly you start with an action, like I Put a Boy walks into a field of garbage. And then you can let the character say something. So this is I Put a Boy, and you can say like, hey, Ogama, need a hand? And then you can do a different kind of action again, like Ogamo turns around after picking up a dirty magazine, something like that. And then Ogamo, leave me alone. Now the app already memorized like characters. So it's very easy to just set up a dialogue in this way. I put away again. What? Dirty old man. I'm dirty. It's your mom in here. I'm not only a bad artist, but also a bad story writer. Celtics is one of the apps I would choose for writing scripts, especially on your mobile device. These are the things that you can do with this app, just writing scripts. I chose this one as my number one because it's very easy to use and script is so very important. So yeah guys, that's my top 5 free apps for artists to use. Maybe you have very different apps in mind, or you are using very different apps that are also very useful. Let me know in the comment section. Many don't know this, but there's a little symbol in the corner right there. Can you see it? In the corner right there, there's a little eye. If you click on it, it shows the text right now. This is my poll. This is my system to work the poll. They're also in the other videos. Just click yes or no. It's that easy. So you can click on it and just go, thank you for this information. It's so useful. Last week I dropped the first Manga Yourself video. It's the video where I draw basically manga characters from pictures. There's more information about that in the link that is coming after this video, but you should definitely check that video out. It's really cool. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know by clicking those thumbs up. Those are down there. Just let's go. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram. You can also follow me on my personal account. That's Mustiaki, @Mustiaki on Instagram. So I want to thank you again. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your comments and likes and your love and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. I really do. So thanks again. Ganbatte on your manga. I'll see you next time. Jane. Of course, maybe actual drawing figures are much easier to use, and because you have them, you can set them up pretty quickly.